two forces of 21.1 and 28.2 pounds. They form an angle of 107.3 degrees between them, and they both act on a plane, on a point on the plane. We need to be able to find the magnitude of the resultant. Whenever they give you guys two forces, I prefer to make my first force as a horizontal. And remember, we are working with vectors. So I'll place my horizontal force first. And you can decide whether you want it to be 21 or 28. So let's go and place this one first as a 21.1 force. And they act on the point, on the same point. And both forces, the angle between them is 170 degrees. So that's it. This is 90. This is 180. Therefore, my 30, so this is 120. 107 will be just somewhere in between. So you want to make an accurate graph, and that should be longer than your 21.1 because it's 28. Just a little longer will be fine. And this force will be 28.2 pounds. We want to be able to find the magnitude of the resultant force. Remember that you want to be able to make a parallelogram, and we're going to copy this vector over to this side, and you want to keep the same length and the same angle. I'm going to copy this vector and place it up here, and that will form your parallelogram. Your resulting force will be your diagonal, and that's what we're trying to find. Since we copied this vector to the other side, they have the same length, which is 28.2. And we're trying to find this side, which we're going to call letter A. And this will be angle A. We know that this angle here is 107 degrees, 0.3. And we know that on a parallelogram, both sequential angles are equal to 180 degrees. So I know that those two angles are going to be 180 degrees. If I subtract 180 degrees, that will give me 72.7. And now I can concentrate my efforts into this triangle. Since I have two sides and the angle in between, I'll be able to use the law of cosines to find the missing length, which will be A. Law of cosines. We have A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2 BC in the cosine of A. A is what I'm looking for, A squared. B will be either one of those two. I'm going to place it as 21.1 squared plus C squared, which will be 28.2 squared, minus 2. B will be 21.1, C will be 28.2, and the cosine of A, which is 72.7. Now, I'm not going to type that into my calculator. Just make sure that you do it carefully. So we have 21.1 squared plus 28.2 squared minus 2 multiplied by 21.1 multiplied by 28.2 multiplied by the cosine of 72.7. Therefore, A squared is equal to this. I need to be able to find A, so therefore I'm going to take the square root of my answer. You want to leave it there, take the square root of your answer, so you get a more exact answer. So therefore that gives me 29.8 pounds. That will be the magnitude of your resultant.